I'm here today to channel slash pull cards for all zodiac signs for September 2021. We're still kind of in the leaving now the energy of the full moon, and so this is a really good time to do these. Let me just make sure that this crown is working properly. All right. So I feel like it's been a really long time since I've done these. So welcome. We're going to be using the Quantum Oracle deck. I'm going to try to post a link to that in the description once the video is finished being live. So let's see. We're going to start with the sign of Aries. All right. So I'm actually going to try to keep the timestamps. So let's see. All right. Aries, okay, Aries, starting at 1 minute. All right. So Aries, welcome to your reading. Let's dive right in. So we've got new supportive connections. So the message for you in September is going to be reaching out and getting out of your comfort zone and kind of connecting to new people. Maybe you've been isolating yourself a little bit. Maybe you've been kind of expressing your ideas and visions to the same type of crowd, which might be your friends or your family members. And this card is saying that maybe these people don't really understand you. Maybe they do, but maybe their perception of you is kind of limited to what your relationship with them is. And maybe you have some bigger ideas, some newer visions, and some bolder ambitions. And Aries, your message is to go ahead and find some new connections and share these ideas with new people instead of reaching out to the people that you already know and the circle that you already have. Go ahead and try to make some new friends and maybe get out more, or if you are feeling kind of safer in your home environment, maybe it's time to spread to new platforms and find new groups and find new connections online and socialize this way. But it's definitely time to kind of widen your circles and to get in touch and get connected to more people. So we're gonna jump into, let's see, okay. I'm just gonna do minute 3. All right, we are going to Taurus. Taurus, welcome to your reading. Let's see what the cards have to say for you for the month of September. So for Taurus, I have Taking Steps, which is a beautiful card, as you can see. This beautiful woman running towards a castle. So it's time to make moves. It's time to, I'm sorry, my hair is really bothering me. It's time to really just kind of take aligned action. And what I mean by this is, make moves instead of writing your ideas down on a notepad, instead of wondering when's going to be this one day when you're going to have everything perfect and everything's going to be in place and everything's going to be amazing, and then you can do the thing that you've been meaning to do. Don't wait. Don't wait for that perfect time, because when we wait for the perfect time, it usually never comes. And usually if we wait too long, the time passes and nothing gets accomplished, nothing gets done, and then you realize that the moment to do something has already gone. So don't wait for that. Now is your time to make moves. Now is your time to take steps towards your desired outcomes, towards your goals, towards your visions, and just trust yourself and give yourself permission to just act, instead of waiting for validation or waiting for the perfect circumstances. Just do it now. Just take steps, and you'll realize that the only thing really holding you back is not circumstances, but this maybe perfectionism, maybe a feeling of like, I'm not quite ready yet. But you know what the good thing is? When you start making moves, you learn and you can actually adjust and pivot and you can make progress. But if you sit and wait and if you wonder how it's all going to play out one day, then chances are you're never going to get to it. So Taurus, it's time to make moves. Don't wait. So next we're going to have Let's see, minute number 5. We're gonna have beautiful Geminis. I am a Gemini myself, so I am partially personally invested into this, I guess. I guess this message is also for me, so I'm curious as to what's gonna come up for us, Geminis. And again, this is sun. My sun is in Gemini. So if you're looking for your rising sign or your moon sign, you can also use this reading to kind of see what's the messages for those, but I'm talking about mainly sun signs. Our message, Geminis, is kindred partnership. I really love this card. It's also very beautiful. It's talking about deepening your relationships with others, but the only way to do that is to deepen your relationship with yourself. So for those of you, my Gemini sisters and brothers, if you've been kind of on, on the fence and you're like kind of looking for a person to treat you a certain way or romance you a certain way, or you're looking for someone to really appreciate you or value you or show you the kind of love that you truly desire to receive, make the first move. Give yourself this kind of love. Give yourself this kind of support and appreciation. And so it starts with you, and you will notice that as you focus more on yourself, as you give yourself a more love and more as you show up for yourself more, you will see the rest of the world mimicking that back and reflecting that back to you. So if you're looking for more affection, more love, more romance, more appreciation, more pampering, do that for yourself first, and the rest of the world will follow. Don't wait for someone to do it for you, because usually when we look for something from other people, we end up pushing it further away, because really we have the power to do it for ourselves. And once we do it for ourselves, the rest of the world kind of follows the suit, and you will start seeing it externally expressed, but it's going to be a reflection of how you treat yourself. So Gemini, focus on you, and also deepen your relationships, deepen your communication. Maybe it's time to get more intimate with someone in your life. And I don't mean anything that you might think of. I mean like true intimacy, like really showing who you truly are and allowing the people that you're with to reveal who they truly are authentically, vulnerably, without judgment. So now is a really good time to build these partnerships, build these relationships, and deepen these connections. Most importantly, deepening your connection and your relationship with yourself. It all starts with you. So next we're gonna have Cancer. So we're gonna put down minute number 8. Oops. I'm trying to keep up with the timestamps. So Cancer, welcome to your reading. So I'm gonna pull a card for you now. Let's see what comes up for your sign this month. So for Cancer, we have status quo, and it's reversed. So it's time to get out of this kind of maybe good girl, or like good friend, or like people who always helps out, or people who always or a person who always solves everyone else's problems, or the person who always whatever you've been stuck with, like whatever description that you've been kind of trying to play into, the person who always does this, or the person who never does that. It's kind of time to shed this layer and realize that maybe you've been kind of limiting yourself, or maybe you've been trying to please people a little bit here and there with playing these roles. So now is the time to let go of that and ask yourself, okay, what do I really want to do? Who do I really want to be? What is the legacy that I'm building? Not how do I want to be seen by others, but like, who am I? And who am I outside of all these roles? Who am I outside of all these ways that people see me? And how can I step more into my authentic self? And how can I worry less about other people's opinion of me? So Cancer, I challenge you this month to dive deeper into the true core of who you are, and ask yourself, like, who do I want to be for me? Like, if all these opinions didn't matter, who do I want to be for me? and what does that mean? Like what is why? Like why? And what is your why, and what is the legacy that you're creating, and what do you stand for? What are your true values? What are your true passions? What do you really think? Maybe it's time to share an unpopular opinion with someone that you've been kind of holding off because you're afraid of what they might say. Maybe it's time to reveal the truth. Maybe there are some relationships that have been kind of not really truthful or honest. Maybe you don't really like the person, or maybe something about the way that they treat you bothers you, and you've been kind of holding off on saying anything because you want to be nice. Well, it's not time to be nice or to play into other people's expectations. It's time to own your truth and renew your commitment to your own authentic expression, regardless of what the external opinion might be. So go ahead, be bold, and show your true colors. It is your time to own your truth. So next we're gonna have Leo. So that's going to be minute number 11. So Leos, welcome to your reading. Beautiful Leos. I love the sign. It's one of my favorite in the zodiac. Just very lovely, radiant, vibrant personalities from all the Leos that I've ever met. And we don't always get along, but it's always an experience. So let's see what comes out for my Leo friends for the month of September. So we've got, interesting, we've got the same card that I pulled for Aries. So we've got the new supportive connections. So it's time to really, for you Leos, I'm getting, maybe seek out some new perspectives, some new investors, some new friends, some new connections. Maybe it's time to do some travel. Maybe it's time to do some networking. Maybe it's time to get out and maybe attend some events. Sorry, I dropped the card. That happens sometimes. It's time to really like this card shows, it's time to do some new creative activities where you might meet people, you might kind of mingle, you might socialize, you might meet someone new. And I know for you Leos, it's like your natural habitat, being surrounded by people and making new connections. So it's time to get out of your comfort zone and of your current circles of social connections and expand and to connect to new people and get out there and just kind of express yourself and show yourself, and maybe maybe even dress up and kind of go out on purpose, So I think that will be really good for you. And I think that a lot of positive outcomes will come from that. And you might find new business opportunities, new, possible partnerships and new helpful connections to propel you in your projects and in your endeavors. So next we're going to have, next we're going to have Virgo, and it's going to be minute number 13. So Virgos, welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited to conduct this reading for you. So for Virgos, I have travel. Okay, so in September we have travel. So if you are traveling, if you have some planned travel coming up, this is a very favorable card. It goes to say that everything's gonna go great and everything's gonna be exciting, and there's gonna be an adventure, there's gonna be some new discoveries along the way. So if you're already planning on traveling, Virgos, this is going to be something that confirms how fortunate this travel will be. Now, for those of you Virgos that don't really have anything planned in terms of travel for September, maybe it is time to plan a little solo trip. Maybe it's time to plan a little getaway with your loved ones, or maybe it's just time to kind of go within and journey within, and maybe not physical travel, but kind of travel through the experience that you've been having, and how far you've come, and what is the new wisdom available within, what can you tap into, what can you discover by going deeper within. So it's either an external physical travel journey that is either already in the works, or it's something that you might want to do on your own or with your friends or with your loved ones, or it's something that's encouraging you to journey within and travel within yourself and kind of go into your imagination, go through some of your recent or past experiences and see what new lessons might be available. So next we will have, let's see, after Virgo we will have Scorpio, so minute number 15. So Scorpio, welcome to your reading. I'm really excited to welcome you here. Let's see what comes up for you for the month of September. So for Scorpio, I have milestone reversed, so not enough celebration. It's time to really celebrate yourself, and maybe you're kind of waiting to reach the final destination. Maybe you're looking to get farther ahead before you feel like it's really justified for you to celebrate yourself. But I would say that that's not a beneficial way of looking at it, because if you reserve celebration only for these like huge milestones, then the journey towards achieving them can become a little bit discouraging, a little bit bland, a little bit blah, a little bit like, when am I going to finally get there? So, but if you make it a practice to celebrate little victories and steps and breakthroughs and smaller achievements along the way to this big goal, you're gonna feel a lot more encouraged, and you're gonna make it a lot easier on yourself to get to where you're going, because you have this supply of energy, because you're proud of yourself, because you allow yourself to acknowledge the progress that you're making. And if you ever take a step back, or something kind of gets in the way, or there's an unexpected circumstance that slows you down, this practice of celebrating smaller victories will keep you fueled and keep you going, because you'll have this kind of supply of good feeling energy, like I'm doing my best, I'm proud of myself, I'm making progress, to sustain you when things get a little more difficult. So make it a practice to celebrate yourself more often in September, Scorpios. Next, we're gonna have Sagittarius, so minute number 17. So my dear Sagittarius friends, welcome to your reading. I'm really excited to welcome you here. Let's see what comes up for your sign. So for Sagittarius, I have victim mentality, and it's reversed. So you are emerging from this period of possible difficulties and challenges where you felt like kind of the world is against you, or maybe not that drastic. Maybe you felt like just things are not really working out, and it seems like things kind of keep happening that are not favoring you, that are setting you back, that are harder to navigate, that might not be pleasant. And it seemed like it was just like a period of like one thing after another, after another, after another. And you've been feeling like, okay, why is this happening? Why is this happening to me? Well, in September, you're going to come to see how it hasn't been really happening to you. It's been happening for you. So you're going to be able to see that some of the things that you've lost, some of the things that vibrated out of your experience have actually relieved you, have been for the best. And dear Sagittarius, you're going to see how all of these challenges and all of these experiences have actually been there to teach you and to bring you back to your truth and to connect you to what you actually truly desire, by removing things that maybe you weren't sure about, or maybe were not in alignment, but you kind of maybe stuck with them anyway. And now that it's all clear, you have the freedom, you have the lessons, and you have this new space to decide what you actually truly desire, and to bring it in, and to be even grateful perhaps for these challenges that have set you free, that have opened up the space for new opportunities. So next we're gonna have, so Sagittarius, now we're gonna have Capricorn. So minute number 19. So Capricorn, welcome to, I think I skipped, wait a second. It can't be Capricorn, because, I skipped Libra. So actually it's gonna be, I'm just gonna have to make a note for myself, because I, for some reason, skipped Libra. Okay, so yeah, that was a little far back. So Libra, welcome to your reading. I'm actually gonna denote this here, right here. Okay, for 1 second. So we're gonna just start at minute number 20 for Libra, which is out of place. Okay, so for Libra, we're gonna do a card. Libra starting right now. Libra, welcome to your reading. I'm really excited to pull a card for you. So let's see what comes up for you, dear Libras. We've got the loving woman reversed. So there might be some things to unpack in terms of your relationship with your mother, your relationship with your own feminine energy, whether you're a man or a woman, just this kind of receptive, intuitive, embodied sense within yourself, looking at your relationships with other people and specifically women. There's something to heal in terms of feminine energy. There's something to release, surrender, and receive. These are the feminine energy expressions. So something that you can surrender would be something that you no longer want to carry, no longer want to think about, you no longer want to deal with, maybe some energy, heavy energy within yourself. In terms of receiving, maybe it's time to allow yourself to receive compliments, receive gifts, receive words of affirmation, receive acts of service. Receiving is something that we tend to associate, like, in order to receive, I must give something. But for you Libras, I'm feeling the challenge is going to be to just allow yourself to receive as you are, without having to do anything for it, without having to prove yourself, without having to deserve it or earn it. Just making yourself okay with the receiving, and looking at if there's any resistance. Like if someone says a compliment to you or someone gives you a gift, do you immediately go like, no, you shouldn't have? Or do you say, thank you, I really appreciate it? Like, see where you have a little bit of a resistance to that receiving, and see if you can let go of that and receive with much more grace. So next we're gonna have, Capricorn. So Capricorn, welcome to your reading. I'm really excited that you're here. Okay, so let's see what comes up for my Capricorn friends. So, all right. We have joyous fun for Capricorn. Capricorn, I know you guys and gals are a pretty serious bunch, and maybe not always, but you also really know how to have fun. So now is the time to kind of give yourself a break, and let September show you what opportunities there might be, what new opportunities there might be to just let go, have fun, be in the moment, experience joy, connect with your friends, connect with your loved ones, and just laugh and be silly and be excited and be more childlike. So this is a month for you not to stress, not to overthink, but find opportunities to connect to your inner child and let that inner child out. Let him or her play, and just have fun, and really forget about all the burdens and all the thoughts and all the processes and all the mental configurations that you carry with you. Let all of that go. Let yourself truly be in the moment, appreciate the moment, and connect with this simple, fun, completely unrestricted joy, and let yourself really feel it, and let yourself really be in it. And you're going to be surprised, because a lot of creativity comes from this. And so while having this fun, while not really thinking about work or business, you might have a breakthrough that might as well just have to do with your business or your work or the projects that are much more serious, So it's time to play. It's time for joy. Next we're gonna have, who is next? So after Capricorn, we have, I can't remember now. So Capricorn, we have Capricorn, and then we have Aquarius. I think it is Aquarius. So we have Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, so we're gonna go to, I'm gonna just take a moment here and just kind of remember the signs. Okay, so we've been through Sagittarius, we've been through, yeah, so next is gonna be Capricorn, and next is gonna be Aquarius, and next is gonna be Pisces. Okay, now I'm back. So for Aquarius, we have, let me just make a mark. So Aquarius, welcome to your reading. I'm really excited to conduct this reading for you. So for my Aquarius friends, I have conflict. So now is a really good time to clear out any like miscommunication, any communication gaps, anything that has been coming up that has been causing you turmoil. Maybe it's been an ongoing situation, but if you can do what's in your power to kind of mellow down the situation and to de-escalate the disagreements, you're gonna really benefit from it in the long term. So Aquarius, you might have some conflicting situations. Maybe you have some conflicting choices. You're not sure which one to make. Maybe you have a little bit of this balance between some of your relationships. Maybe there is some confrontation going on, but it's time to kind of step away from it. It's time to cool it down. It's time to do what's in your power to lessen the heat and to come back to your senses, you and the other people involved, and kind of talk it out rationally and see if there can be any conclusion that would favor everyone, or a compromise that would lessen the disagreement. And if you can make that step, if you can actually lead the conversation in that direction of de-escalation and finding some common ground, you're going to truly benefit from it, and your mental state will as well, because you're just going to kind of be able to leave the situation behind and let that go. Okay, so next we're gonna have Pisces. Okay, so Pisces, minute number 27. I don't know if I've missed anyone. I don't think I have. So Pisces, welcome to your reading. Really excited to be here with you. Let's see what comes up for you. So for you, I have teacher. So Pisces, a teacher emerges. You are becoming a teacher. You are also finding some powerful mentors to help you take your gifts and your aspirations to the next level. But while you're on this journey of learning, don't wait until you become the master of something that you're trying to learn. Don't wait until you reach the mastery, until you become the total guru. You can start leading others and teaching others while you're on the journey yourself. So you don't have to wait. You don't have to really like attain this level of like breakthrough, or this level of know everything, know it all. You can actually start leading and teaching others while you're learning yourself. In fact, I'm going to tell you the following. When you learn something to teach it to someone else, you learn it twice. You learn it twice as good, because not only are you learning it for yourself, you have this intention of like, I'm going to take it and I'm going to be able to teach it to someone else. And so that allows you to pay more attention. So if you're starting a new career, if you're in a new field, if you're mastering a new skill, don't wait until you reach complete mastery to also start leading others and teaching others along the way. Most people are not looking for someone who has figured it all out. Most people are looking for someone else who will walk with them, who will learn with them, who will make them feel like they're not alone on this journey. So be that person, step into your own teaching power and teach while learning. Don't wait until you master something. Start teaching now. Start sharing your journey, start sharing your experiences, and start seeing these new materials that you're that you're integrating as something that you're going to teach to others, which will allow you to deepen your own learning and to amplify it, because now you're learning for yourself and for others. So that's going to be beneficial for you, regardless of what ends up happening along your own teaching journey. So this concludes all 12 zodiac signs. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate the lovely comment. I really, really do. So I'm just going to check and see if I've got all the signs. So I've got Aries, I've got Taurus, I've got Gemini, I've got Leo, I've got Virgo. And then I think I went to, so I did, okay, hold on. So Aries, Taurus, I'm just going to do some math to make sure I didn't miss any signs. So I did Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. I did Virgo after that. And then I did Scorpio, Sagittarius. Then I came back to Libra. Then I did Capricorn. Then I did Aquarius and Pisces. So a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I got all the signs. I just wanted to make sure because of the little mix-up. So on this note, my friends, thank you so much for joining the stream. And if you're watching this on replay, thank you so much for watching this. I'm going to leave some information in the description. You can check out the deck that I've been using for this reading. It's called the Quantum Oracle deck. It's one of my favorites, and it's actually very beginner friendly. And I'm also going to post some rates if you would like to book a private recorded reading with me, which is 30 minutes plus. You get pictures of all the cards and you get the audio file of the recorded reading, or you can also book a 1-hour private psychic coaching call with me. I am a psychic coach. I pull cards during all my coaching calls, and the areas on which I coach are business, personal growth, spiritual development, psychic development, if you're interested in developing these types of gifts. I also coach on your relationship with yourself, your relationship with others, and your wellness, your well-being, and your inner centeredness. So if any of these subjects resonate, check out the information in the description, and I'll see you in the next reading or in the next video. I'm actually working on a few projects for YouTube. I know I haven't been as active here as I'd like to be, but I'm hoping that that's about to change. I'm sending you all so much love, and we'll talk soon. Bye.